Hi everyone and welcome. Well, it's time again to make another soap that I'm restocking, and guess what I got? That's right. I was rewarded with the rest of that buffalo milk and another 20 pounds of buffalo tallow. And I had to make this again. I sold all of this out, and it has been one of the most popular soaps that I've ever made. I sold all that I had locally, and I sold you guys the rest. It just went amazingly fast. So I'm making more. And this time I'm making it even better because it's 100% bison milk, buffalo, and 100% bison tallow, buffalo tallow. Those are used interchangeably, by the way. Bison is shorter to type, that's all. But this is going to be truly a joy to make. And it's so simple. I mean, it's very similar in many ways, I suppose, to the Aleppo soap that I just made, because of its simplicity. I mean, this really is just going to be the bison milk, the bison oil, and the essential oils that I'm adding to it, which in this case is rosemary and spearmint. And by the way, it smells divine. These are two of my favorite fragrances. It has rained all night. I'm editing this video. It's 6 a.m. on Saturday. I've been up all night. We've been getting fantastic thunderstorms, which I know Florida doesn't need, but here in Texas, we've been in a drought. This is so welcome. The pumpkins will be thrilled. And anyway, that aside, this was really relaxing for me to be able to put this soap together. It is my favorite. I think my favorite so far this summer to make has been this. And I think because of the rarity and it's something very unusual. And it'll be the last milk I get for a long time, if ever, because his cow, the buffalo cow, has weaned her child now. She's not giving milk anymore. So what I got is what he had. And buffalo are very difficult to milk, so this was a rare event, and I'm just so happy to be able to have used it. And so this is a big batch. I'm making 4 of the big loaves that I generally make, and in addition, I was able to make another loaf to give him in one of the smaller pink and wood molds off Amazon that I have. So it worked out great. I was able to get all that I wanted and yet be able to put plenty in my store. And this will cure pretty fast. This will be ready by, I would say, the 3rd week of September, the 2nd or 3rd week. It's going to cure really fast because, first of all, I've done a liquid discount of 10% to make it just a little bit harder, quicker, and so that it doesn't take so long to cure and dry. But it was a real pleasure, and I hope you had a good week and that you're going to have a terrific holiday weekend. It's been a really weird week for me in a lot of ways. I had a really bad thing happen, so I'll go ahead and tell you about it. It was while making this soap, actually. Well, he did me a favor and he froze these in the bags so that it's easier for me to measure out and to that all aside. There was more milk than I needed, and so I laid one of the baggies, and it was in a bag, watertight, wasn't leaking, nothing, it was frozen solid. So I laid it on a plastic cutting board on a side table. that I have that has a few drawers in it and things, and I keep my recipe books and things in there. And I had set it aside and I forgot about it and went to bed after making this very soap. That's thunder you're hearing if you hear it. And the next morning, I went in and had melted all over my recipe books buffalo milk. First of all, it was just a shame, a waste of the milk. That broke my heart. But even more so, it damaged recipes that I had put together for a very long time. And you may wonder, well, Patrick, why didn't you have an electronic copy of them? I don't know. This just never occurred. Excuse me, I just yawned. I'll have to edit that out, I hope. But anyway, this just never occurred to me this could happen. It didn't, you know. Should I have still kept an electronic copy? We do the same thing with photographs, right? I have electronic and paper copies of every photograph I have. But I had not done that with my recipes. And I truly regret that. And we'll put a picture on the screen of the damage that was done. So what I did is I took my phone and I took a picture of the recipes that I could still make out, took photos of them so that I could retype them, but I'm also going to keep copies of them on a chip and on a USB drive, and I suggest you all do the same thing if you have not. It's a simple thing to do. And you know what's funny is I advise people all the time to keep phone numbers in my work. You know, keep my phone number in your car, in your glove compartment. Keep one in your purse or in your wallet, and then store one at home on the back. Tape it to the back of your TV. That way, you always know you have a copy of the phone number. Wow, that's a big thunder. And yet, here I made this stupid mistake myself. So, learn from my error and don't make the same mistake that I made, because I truly regret it. Because some of these recipes, one in particular that's completely ruined, and now I can't read it. It completely, the ink ran on it, and I have no idea the proportions in that recipe. And it was a recipe that I had worked on for 2 years. It's one that I love, that I use for a couple of different soaps that I make, and I'm just heartbroken over it. I really was upset. I was angry and upset. Thank goodness my mother's big recipe book was not there in that drawer. It's up on a shelf, so it was perfectly safe. But don't think I'm not going to now take a photograph of every page in her book as well, so that in the event there's a fire or flood or something, I always have that. So listen, I won't keep you all. I really appreciate you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and hope you enjoyed watching the making of this soap, even though I didn't talk much about soap in it. But it's a fantastic soap. It really is. It smells good, and it looks fantastic. It's so simple and light and just perfect, in my opinion. Have a fantastic day, everyone, and a great weekend. If you have a holiday weekend, I hope you enjoy it. All my best to you all. Take care. Goodbye.